Ethan Miller arrived at Blackridge Station determined to prove an Omega medic could survive one winter assignment with 5 alphas, one shared bathroom, and absolutely no dramatic incident. 36 hours later, the power failed, snow buried the mountain road, and his ruined suppressants released his scent into a room full of men suddenly trying very hard not to frighten him. Mason Reed, the station captain, should have been the most intimidating of them all, tall, silent, controlled, and already connected to a confidential file, declaring Ethan unsuitable for placement. Instead, Mason raised both hands, gave Ethan the keys, pushed the radio across the floor, and ordered everyone else to the basement so Ethan could decide who stayed. That restraint confused Ethan more than any command would have. Then Noah discovered the truth. Ethan's medication had not been damaged by the cold. It had been replaced before he arrived, and a regional review team was already waiting to document an Omega conduct incident that someone expected to happen. Deputy Director Halpern had created the trap: 5 isolated alphas, 1 Omega without working suppressants, and a storm perfectly timed to turn prejudice into paperwork. Mason admitted he had suspected the report was false and had accepted Ethan's transfer to gather proof. But Ethan was furious that once again an alpha had decided his safety without giving him a choice. The secret reached deeper than paperwork. 14 years earlier, Ethan had saved Mason's younger brother Caleb after a school shuttle crash near Pine Hollow, while Halpern hid response delays to protect his numbers. Mason had remembered Ethan ever since, not as a fragile Omega, but as the medic who stayed when no one else did. Before they could finish that conversation, a stranded school transport call pulled the entire team into the storm, only for Halpern to send them toward an unstable slope. Ethan took command, found the passengers, rescued Mason after the snow shifted, and publicly challenged Halpern over the radio. In the ranger shelter, Mason finally said what mattered. He did not want instinct, crisis, or memory to choose for Ethan. He wanted Ethan to decide whether he was someone worth trusting. 3 weeks later, Ethan declined a transfer to Denver and stayed at Blackridge, not because he had nowhere else to go, but because the people there had finally learned to leave room for his choices.